Last month, 9 candidates seeking to unseat LA County District Attorney George Gascon faced off in a debate sponsored by the county's biggest police unions. Among them, retired Superior Court Judge David S. Milton.
Milton, now an attorney in private practice, served on the bench for more than 20 years, and before that, almost a decade as an LA County deputy DA. And 4 months out now from the primary day, the Honorable David S. Milton joins us now with more. Judge, thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Well, thank you for having me and giving me the opportunity to address my candidacy. Thank you.
And let's start by introducing yourself and us and the viewers getting a sense of who you are. You have, what, 45 years of legal experience?
Yes, I've been a lawyer for 45 years, and 36 of those years have been dedicated to public service. I served 24 years as a judge, 12 years as a prosecutor. And I can go into those experiences at this time if you'd like.
I mean, what was your biggest, most important takeaway from that?
Well, it was a good career. I began my legal career as a deputy district attorney, Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. I matriculated quickly up the ranks in that office. After the entry-level type work, I went to the Crimes Against Police Officers section, the Career Criminal, Habitual Criminal section, the Hardcore Gang Division, and finally as deputy in charge of one of the area offices. I tried some of the most difficult cases that anybody can try in any jurisdiction, state or federal, in the entire country.
So part of what we're doing here at 6 o'clock is we're interviewing everybody that's running.
Yes.
Obviously, it's a crowded field.
It is.
How do you separate yourself? Why are you the one over everybody else?
It's my experience by far, vast experience by far. And again, I'd like the viewers, if they could, go to my website at davidsmilton.com and push the cases prompt in the right-hand corner. It gives you a sampling of that experience. The difficult cases that I tried as a prosecutor and as handled as a judge, some of the most difficult cases, and I guess the assignment that I'm most proud of is my tenure in the Hardcore Gang Division. And there's a subject that's unpleasant, it's sensitive, it's serious, difficult to discuss at times, and that's capital punishment. I drafted and wrote 2 capital punishment statutes. I also co-authored the stalking legislation, having been a victim of stalking myself.
And do you believe in the death penalty?
Well, it's the law, and let me explain that. I've gotten 2 death verdicts as a prosecutor. I sentenced an individual to death. It's not my personal belief. It's what I am compelled to do as the district attorney. We've got to make those tough decisions.
So you disagree with the way that GA George Gascon will never pursue the death penalty?
Well, Mr. Gascon is, and this is one of the reasons I'm running, or the reason I'm running, is because Mr. Gascon has been completely derelict in his carrying out the duties of the office. He raised his right hand and swore under oath that he would carry out, faithfully execute the duties of the district attorney's office, and he's failed to do that.
And there is a moratorium on the death penalty in the state of California as well. Let's point that out.
Yes.
So we were just seeing footage from smash and grabs. Those have been in the news and making headlines up and down the state. You say that offenders are getting a slap on the wrist right now. What would you do differently?
Well, I know there's a proposition, I believe it's 47, that put a limitation on the amount of the value you've taken. Well, that's not the inquiry. The inquiry is what was the intent of the perpetrator before he entered the premises. If he entered the premises with the intent to commit theft of any value, that's a burglary, a felony. If he used force or fear on the proprietor to try to take the property, or force or fear when the proprietor is trying to recapture his property, that's a robbery. These are serious felonies. Think about that. There was one in El Monte, I believe, the other day or a few weeks back, where someone used bear spray on the security guard. That's a robbery, a clear use of force, and it should be filed as a felony. That is not a petty theft. We have
less than 30 seconds left. We want to get your take on many of the candidates who we've interviewed running for DA. They say they're going to tackle homelessness. What's your stance on that?
The district attorney is a creature of statute. The district attorney does not have authority to address homelessness. He can't use his resources to tackle homelessness. Listen, I was raised in a Christian family. I'm very sympathetic to the plight of people, homelessness, people who are addicted, people who have mental issues. I wish there was a way society should address those. Those are very serious. But the district attorney does not have the authority legislatively to address those issues.
What you say in terms of crime, the district attorney is not using the authority that he has.
Well, no. If that person, that homeless person, that a person with the mental issues or who's chemically addicted, if that person commits a crime, certainly you can charge them with a crime. But the question was just how do you intend to address homelessness?
Right.
There are diversion programs that these people might be suitable for, but just that state of being, the Supreme Court has said you can't. That's not a crime. It clearly is not a crime. The district attorneys cannot use its resources to do anything about being in the state of homelessness or addiction or mental illness.
Judge David Milton, thanks so much for sharing your views. Good luck out on the campaign trail.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for inviting me. That's very kind of you. Thank you.